Hallo Leute und herzlich willkommen zur zweiten Spielhälfte oder so von Let's Play Tales of Arise. Beim letzten Mal haben wir Volden, müsste es gewesen sein, den Herrscher über Wasser eigentlich nur über Wasser, aber scheinbar auch Eis erledigt und jetzt soll ich nach Shion gucken. Scheinbar sind jetzt die Wege frei. Ich wollte schon sagen, es ist ein bisschen merkwürdig, mich hier wieder zu spawnen, nachdem wir den Kampf gemacht haben und alles. Wenn sie wollen, dass ich halt aus dem gesamten Schloss rauslaufe, aber so macht das halt mehr Sinn. Von daher bin ich mit einverstanden. Jetzt erinnert mich die Umgebung übrigens irgendwie sehr stark an Tales of Xillia 2. Im Enddungeon. Ist wahrscheinlich nur Zufall oder vielleicht auch gewollt, aber aus ihren eigenen Spielen dürfen sie ja klauen, übernehmen, wie auch immer, was sie wollen. Ist so interessant, dass... Oder sagen wir mal so, ich frage mich, ob jeder Herrscher so einen Kernfusionstisch bei sich zu Hause rumstehen hatte und ich es einfach nur nicht gemerkt habe. Sonst ist es halt ein dicker Zufall, dass genau er, ne, unser letzter Lord, halt per Zufall genau der war, der als einziger so einen Tisch bei sich zu Hause rumstehen hat. Aber naja, ich schweife ab. Ich habe mir alles angeguckt, oder versucht mir alles anzugucken. Was geht ab?
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... It was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renas Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't.
you...
It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance. Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand. Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
Aber du bist in meiner Gruppe, du kommst sowieso mit, also von daher. Gibt es zufällig einen Schnellreisepunkt dahin? Ja. Kann ich? Nein, kann ich nicht. Ja. Ah, komm mal. Okay. Dann nehmen wir wohl den langen Weg. ich warte nur darauf, dass wir endlich wieder zu den Eulen dürfen und ich rein theoretisch meine Zeit damit verschwenden kann, zumindest mal die Angelteiche leer zu räumen. Damit das von meiner To-Do-Liste verschwindet sozusagen. Viel mehr Sinn und Zweck hat das Ganze nicht. Aber ja, würde ich gerne machen. Hey, erinnerst du euch noch, als wir hier einen Boss besiegen mussten? Ja, das war witzig. Und dann hat der Boss sich fusioniert und dann hatten wir noch einen Boss und noch einen Boss. Yeah. Gute Zeiten. Oder schlechte Zeiten. Kann man sehen, wie man möchte. Gut, dass er keinen Schmerz... Moment mal. Naja, Spaß beiseite, aber ne, aus dem 4. Stock runterspringen. Wenn sie konsequent wären, wird es wahrscheinlich jetzt Fallschaden geben, weil er jetzt merken würde, wie seine Knochen dann auf einmal anfangen zu brechen. Aber, naja. Ich meine, ich will keinen Fallschaden haben, so ist nicht. Ne? Ich will mich niemals dafür einsetzen, auf einmal Fallschaden zu besitzen, weil... dafür springe ich dann doch zu gerne einfach solche Sachen runter, weil es einfach schneller geht. Und wenn sie dann wirklich anfangen würden mit, so, jetzt bekommst du Fallschaden, dann würde ich mir denken, so, aber nicht. Bin ich bald da? Meine Güte. Ich meine, also mal in die Vorderseite, sonst sollte ich jetzt langsam da sein. Eines Tages, Tordi. Was geht?
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then. We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara. Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final master core. Were either of you aware of this? You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing. What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was... different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before? For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up! I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
Also, entweder habe ich das falsch gelesen oder sie hat tatsächlich gesagt, das Schwert ruht in ihr zur Verwahrung bzw. Regenerieren. Das Schwert ist ganz, also es tut mir leid, aber das Schwert ist ganz klar auf Alphens Rücken. Na, also, da stimmt ja irgendwas.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Danans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Okay, jetzt habe ich jedenfalls alle Charaktere wieder. Kann ich jetzt mich vielleicht... Oder wiederum, ich muss ja irgendwo hin, ne? Ich will das nicht. Quests sind auch da, aber... Moment, darf ich... Goddammit! Haupttour. Kammer des Lords. Naja. Ist ja fast wie ein Haupttour, nehme ich an. Ne? Sobald ich mich wieder teleportieren kann und alles Mögliche machen kann, bin ich sehr happy. Welches Level habe ich eigentlich mittlerweile? 35. Das sind 8 Level weniger als die große, böse Gottesanbeterin, aber vielleicht schaffe ich die ja mittlerweile. Vielleicht auch nicht. Vielleicht zerfleischt die mich immer noch, aber na, wir sind nah dran, dass das funktioniert. Oh, Moment, das ist der Hauptturm. Bin ich ja meilenweit davon entfernt. Dann ist es tatsächlich einfacher, hier lang zu gehen. Oh, zu viele Begriffe, zu viele Wege, zu wenig Zeit.
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Ja, nur dass ich 3 Videos brauchte, um das ganze Schloss zu untersuchen. Zugegeben, da waren Kämpfe mit drin, ne?
Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Wie lange leben die jetzt im Schloss schon? Aber wenn die sich da alle immer versammeln, dann müssen sie ja grundsätzlich in diesem Schloss wirklich leben. Ich meine, gut, wenn ich den Lord gestürzt hätte, würde ich mich wahrscheinlich auch lieber da drin einnisten, aber naja.
Very well.
Ah, ja,
Well.
diesmal nicht.
Hey.
Ihr seid also die Bösen. Zurück auf eure Posten, was? Aha. Warum sind das jetzt 2?
Doesn't seem that way. You must think we're just Danons from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are bull-run
Naja.
soldiers. Watch yourself.
You pick
Here's the evil.
a new melody.
Dann verprügeln wir halt mal diese netten Wachen mal wieder, ne? Weil sie nicht wissen, mit wem sie sich hier eingelassen haben. Kann man das nicht wissen. Aber Unwissenheit muss bestraft werden. Von daher. Übrigens ist meine Party jetzt anders. Hätte ich auch drüber nachdenken können. Logisch ist sie jetzt anders eingestellt, weil wir jetzt gerade Joalim als dritten Charakter gekriegt haben und dann random die anderen 3. Oh, ist okay. Ist okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Irgendwas stimmt hier nicht.
You don't say.
Ah.
Well...
Ne, das meine ich. Die müssen jetzt einen Monat hier gelebt haben und dabei haben sie dann diese Daten, die gedacht haben, dass die da ganz normal noch wohnen, nicht bemerkt.
Well?
Meine Güte, das funktioniert.
So then.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
Actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy, not me personally.
Well, either way, solve the problem, and that's what counts.
Nice. Dann wieder zurück, dann dahin und zack und bumm und dann hier, du brauchst die Ration nicht mehr teilen. Guter Part. Endlich mich um Essen gekümmert. Wirklich wichtige Sache.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Und so bekommt sie den aufrichtigen Schild. Macht das einfacher beim Abwehren, die Aufmerksamkeit der Gegner auf sich zu lenken. Schön! Was ist das? 5 Sashi. Hey.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Darf ich jetzt zu den Eulen? Nein. Natürlich nicht. Ich will nur zur meinen Eulen. Na gut.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Warum ist jetzt eine Eule hier? Na, ist doch egal. Das ist okay. Die Eule darf auch jetzt erst da sein. Habe ich kein Problem mit.
Well...
Gruselig. Knacken, brüllen, heulen, platschen, zischen, donnern und poltern. Da sind Sugel. Es war rot, ich hörte das Knacken und es hat rumgebrüllt. Das Ding, das Feuer gespült. Was?
Hey!
Du bist eine donnernde Dame. Na super. Na klar. Wir Erwachsene. Na klar. Kläffender Junge. Schön, schön, schön. Meister der Natur. Ich habe aus der Beschreibung jetzt absolut immer noch keine Ahnung, welcher Sugel gemeint sein soll. Aber es ist besiege den Sugel, was für mich so viel heißt wie es ist nur ein großer. Hallo? Hallo? Ja. Ja. Traurige Brille.
Maybe something's going on in the...
Halt die Klappe.
Forest.
Entschuldigung, aber will ich nicht wissen, komme ich gar nicht hin.
Dire need.
Ja, du wieder.
What?
Was gibt es heute?
Yes.
Tief im Inneren von Pelegions mächtiger Festung. Ja, da war ich einfach drin. Monatelang. Und jetzt tauchst du auf und tust so, als wäre das ein Achievement? Ich bitte dich.
What?
Verboten, ha? Sashimi? Weißes, weiches und fluffiges, anregendes Pulver, weder Schweine noch Hasenfleisch und außerdem etwas weißes, weiches und fluffiges.
Nice.
Klar. Schweininchenfleisch.
Right.
Tofu.
Very nice. Yes.
Ah, Marburg, glaube ich.
Just a minute.
Auch gut. Mittlerweile kann er doch wieder, ja, ne, also, wo ich so gerade drüber nachdenke, jetzt wo er also wieder fühlen kann, kann er auch Schärfe mitkriegen, also müsste er eigentlich auch wieder vernünftig kochen können.
What? Yes. Great. Phew.
Hey.
No way.
Oh? Hey.
Sorry. How amazing. Yes. Hey.
Also große Kriege um Essen wurden in Toriko geführt.
Nice.
Eine meiner absoluten Lieblingsmangas, aber ich bezweifle, dass es in Tales of so weit gekommen ist. Weich und fluffig. Mabo Curry. Okay.
Alvin, she owns stuffing bread with marble curry.
Das klingt auch recht lecker.
Now I can eat this every day.
Jeez, Jill, you're hooked on that stuff.
Okay, mindestens 2 weitere Quests. Ein Ausgang, den ich noch nie gegangen bin.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harrows.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
So, jetzt will ich aber zumindest noch wissen, was die 2 Quests sind. Vielleicht kriege ich noch eine super tolle Spaßwaffe.
Maybe there's someone.
So eine der Goldstaubkatzen oder kommst du tatsächlich von hier? Auf jeden Fall sitzt Hutel da. Wumsel?
Well,
Aha.
yeah.
Nein, 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 nein.
No way.
Huh?
Könntet ihr ein paar umbringen und ihre Kadaver zu mir schleifen? So, mal abgesehen davon, dass wenn ich die Viecher umniete, dass sie eigentlich sich auflösen. Aber,
Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies?
Und was ist mit dir, Kollege?
Oh, hey!
Seriously?
Well...
Well...
Kommen nicht voran.
Mhm.
Keine Materialien von den Sugeln.
Huh?
Gar nicht, weil es
That's just-
keine Sugel mehr gibt.
I guess...
Yeah. La.
Gut, dass wir das Zeug natürlich haben.
Yeah!
Oh?
Oh, da, danke. Ah, er kann sogar was sagen. Arbeitsbeschaffungsmaßnahme gilt eigentlich als eine Art Beleidigung. Aber,
Wasn't
egal.
expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog his memory bit by bit. You did good, La.
Thanks.
Gut, zum Abschluss des Videos gucken wir uns jetzt nochmal unsere Matrix an. Die Charaktere dürften wir jetzt wieder ein bisschen mehr haben hier. Und damit können wir das fertig machen. Arthur mag keine Schmerzen spüren, aber sein Angriff ist um 20 Punkte gestiegen. Verwüstung. Ein Schwerthieb nach unten, der Gegner in den Boden rammt. Klingt schick. Einfacheres Überlimit, klar, nehmen wir mit. Shion. Ihr Platz. Okay. HP-Wiederherstellung, wenn satt. Das ist ziemlich gut. Habt eine neue Technik, wunderbar. Du hast nur das. Was haben wir denn hier? Vermisster Liebhaber, Dämonenschlagbeherrschung, arbeiten wir dran. Artefakte einfach einsammeln, gut. Das hier direkt mitnehmen und so bekommt er Durchdringung plus 40. Ausweichen in der Luft und Halbschatten. In der Hoffnung, dass er halt tatsächlich selber mal eigenständig ausweicht. Das wäre ziemlich klasse. Um nicht zu sagen Knorke oder Knorkator. Naja, das ist ein YouTuber. K.O.-Schutz nehmen wir direkt mit, brauche ich gar nicht drüber nachdenken. Hier müssen wir das Ding lernen. So bekommt er Durchdringung plus 40. Aber sind nicht mehr viele Punkte, also kriegt er nichts mehr, außer halt das Warten da drauf. Kisara, 3 Dinger offen. Die DLCs, wie gesagt, die zähle ich erstmal gar nicht dazu. 3 Sachen offen. Erhöhte Abwehreffekte und Inferno-Kreuzung hat sie was zu tun. Okay. Gut. Und damit, liebe Leute, sage ich bis zum nächsten Mal.